Hi. Um, just a footnote or asterisk, I do often wear the same clothes. It is hard to shower with my foot, and we have a clawfoot tub, which just feels like a death sentence getting in and out of. Also, after I did Peace Corps, or during Peace Corps, I got very used to not showering frequently because it uses up the water. It would raise my host family's bill. I lived with a host family all 2 years. Their water bill. It's also extremely cold in Armenia, so it's just very uncomfortable. I was also wearing so many layers in the winter that the smell did not. I created an impermeable barrier with all of those layers, or so I like to tell myself. So, anyway, I've gotten into the habit of not showering as much. Also, now in California, the water is expensive. So I'm often wearing the same shirts. And I do sweat a lot. And I'm trying natural deodorant, which I guess is not a good combination to. It's not good when the intersection of trying new natural deodorant and not showering. That intersection is a questionable one. But then I read somewhere that's like your skin makes a biome and gets used to it. You stop smelling. That has not happened to me. I guess I'm still in biome creation, that part of the journey. I made a video about contemplating amputation, and I wanted to add the mental gymnastics, I guess, or the way I've tried to think about making all of this okay in my head, having this kind of fluke injury. I guess all injuries are flukes. This one felt like more of a fluke because it's like I don't know, I know a lot of people get amputations after motorcycle accidents, car accidents, and it's like that whoever was at fault, it's almost like they didn't bring it on themselves. For me, it's skateboarding was so random, such an anomaly, something I decided to do. It feels very like a fluke. It also does feel like my fault. But again, the cause and effect of things, that's really hard to parse and perhaps not fruitful. So one way I've tried to make it okay is to tell myself that when my injury happened, I actually died. So I was 28, I'm 31 now. I tell myself that I died when I injured my foot, and everything past that it doesn't really count because I haven't been alive. And when there are moments of joy, like with my girlfriend, my dog, just moments of beauty, watching horror movies, seeing the ocean at times. I do love beauty, and I think it's a really great value, and misunderstood value, but that's another topic. Whenever I have those moments of joy, those are just extras. Those are gifts that, can be appreciated, and all the bad doesn't have to build up and mean anything because it's not real in a sense. I'm sure that is a harmful narrative and way to look at it. Speaking of, I have meditation in 20 minutes. Another way I kind of comfort myself, I don't know if that's the right way to frame it, but I think of people who did pass away at a young age. I don't know very many. There was a girl in Peace Corps in the cohort before me. She lived in a town near me. I had never met her. So, the year before I came, she was there in that town, and she did pass away in an accident. And I think she was 22 or 23. Again, I never met her. I met people who were close friends with her. But I think about her a lot. I don't know, I imagine her sitting in the room with me. I did see pictures of her, so I know what she looks like. I imagine talking with her, and it is comforting in a way. I don't know if it's that she had this fluke accident happen and it completely ended her, whereas I had one and it only ended, I guess, what's a very small part of me, my foot. I mean, you can amputate a foot, so it's not vital necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to think of her because we weren't close in real life. So it's like, can I imagine her? And it's all fake. So, like, how can I derive any comfort from that? I do wish I had known her. And then I think if she'd been living, she would have had, based on her past, such a great life that I don't think she would have had time for me. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about this, but I guess I really do feel like my life is over, and thus I find comfort in others whose lives have ended prematurely in unexpected ways. I guess all premature ends are unexpected in some sense. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. Maybe I should have thought it out a bit more, but when you're going through chronic pain and lack of mobility, your life so narrows, and the brain, I think, just really wants to find a narrative to make it okay. You know, I think actually I was reading Misery by Stephen King last week, and it was like he gets his foot cut off. Oh, spoiler, but maybe not because everyone knows the movie, but he didn't get it in the movie. Anyway, Stephen King, anyway, I'm flustered now by that spoiler. Something that made the narrators, like, I already can see my brain trying to make this narrative of healing, a healing narrative from losing his foot. And I see my brain trying to do that. And I don't know if I should embrace that, even if it's a twisted narrative, or if it's like, can I put stock in something where it's like, I see what you're doing, brain, with these smoke and mirrors. I don't know. It's hard to know when you should go with instinct, when you should be more deliberate with what you think, changing thoughts. It's hard. Speaking of Stephen King, I happened to find a copy of The Shining at my grandma's house where my mom was living when she was diagnosed with dementia. And that book really, really comforted me. I feel like it's strange. I read The Shining where the main character is a caretaker of the hotel as I began caretaking with my girlfriend, my mom. And then I read Misery where there's some foot issues. So, I mean, I've also now read Salem's Lot, and I'm now reading It, and I don't see any parallels yet. But I thought it was interesting. Reading The Shining really did provide me a lot of comfort. So thank you, Stephen King, for writing those. Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you've read Stephen King and relate to him, let me know.